Welcome to the Gloves Are Off Overtime Edition. I'm Moses Woldu. I'm pleased to be joined by Greg Buchanan, my co-host.
Hey, Moses.
And CPCA driver looking for an excellent 2014 season, BJ Carey.
Hey, Moses.
How are you guys doing?
Great.
Excellent. Probably a lot better than the starting rotation or even just pitching in general for the Toronto Blue Jays. Closers seem to be an issue. Sergio Santos being the case over the weekend, blowing 2 save opportunities. Jays end up losing that series 2 out of 3. In Pittsburgh, not just there, but they've had an ongoing issue since the beginning of the season, really, with their relievers. It was considered one of their strengths this year. But over the past few weeks, you started seeing a lot of players falter, the pitching or the starting rotation not really doing their job in terms of getting to the 7, 8+ innings to help out those relievers. But who's really to blame here? Do you blame John Gibbons, the manager, for not managing his pitching rotation? Do you blame the actual starters themselves for not going deep into those to at least prevent the rotation from getting tired? Or do you blame the actual relievers themselves for not getting the job done, i.e. Sergio Santos?
I say you blame all of them. Gibbons maybe not putting the right people in at the right time. The closer's not ready to close. The starter's not ready to get to 7 or 8 innings, like you say. Maybe I just think everybody's got to come ready to play ball. They can't be there just to, well, maybe I'll go in today. They got to be ready, and their bullpen is terrible right now.
Well, you know, their starting rotation's not bad. Like, if you're getting 5, 6 innings out of a pitcher and his pitch counts in the low hundreds, that's not bad. That's not bad. Like, you can get to, you know, you want to get to the 7th inning with your starter, but 9 times out of 10 in the majors, getting 5 or 6 innings out of him, and the pitch counts between 90 and 100, you're not doing too bad. But your middle relief and your closers have to be a lot better. Watch that game against Minnesota where they walked 8 straight. Like, that doesn't happen in Major League Baseball. That happens at Husky Ball Diamond with the Pee-wees, but it shouldn't happen at the Major League level. And it did. And it didn't happen with 1 pitcher, didn't happen with 2 pitchers, it happened with 3 pitchers in that game. And it was boring baseball to watch, and all the Jays, it was like a train wreck and a car accident. You couldn't turn away because you're just wondering, okay, are they going to walk the next one? Oh, they did. And yeah, the Jays have to correct that before it really goes south. Right now, they're kind of in the hunt in the AL East. They're not that bad as their bullpen is right now. If they get that fixed, they could contend.
At least there's some hope for them at a chance. We'll move on to horse racing over the last weekend. The Kentucky Derby took place. California Chrome, what can you say? Came back, had a great stretch, ended up winning by 1 3/4 of a length. A lot of people are saying this is a really strong horse and can contend for a Triple Crown. Do you guys believe we could finally see a Triple Crown winner in, what, 3 decades, 4 decades almost?
I don't think he will. He started off his career at 4.5 furlongs, couldn't win at 4.5, bumped him up to 5.5. I think he ran a 6th in the second race. He went, they get another 5.5 furlongs, he won, and they kept bumping him up. This is his first race over a mile and a 16. He won, but the horses were coming at him. He is by far the classiest horse in that field that was in the Kentucky Derby, but I just don't think he's going to have what it takes to go the distance to the next leg.
Is he a leader or a wheel team?
Oh, I'd take him with whatever. I really wouldn't care.
You know, I watched the race, and you know, what BJ said about California Chrome. I know I was kind of hoping for Danza, just because I'm a Tony Danza fan, but whatever. But California Chrome, it's going to be a challenge. They're trying to win that Triple Crown. When's the last time it's happened? It's been a long time, and whether it's going to happen this year has to be a very, very special horse for that to happen.
Toronto Raptors doing good. It was a great season for them. Coach Dwayne Casey didn't really have to struggle. His GM, Masai Ujiri, brought in guys necessary to make him competitive. Certainly a front-runner for the Coach of the Year, and earned a 3-year contract extension with the Raptors. So we know they have their coach in place. They do have the pieces, but there's still one piece that's an unrestricted free agent, the guard Kyle Lowry, that is. How important on a scale of 1 to 10 is it to sign a good, solid point guard like Lowry?
10. It's like having the right hockey player. It's like having the right horse on your outfit. It's like having the right linebacker protecting your quarterback. It's like it's you got to have that. You got to have that player, Phil. And he obviously did a great job this year to get them to where they got to. And I don't think you change anything. The team's going to build it. The team will just keep building.
See, watching Lowry in the playoffs especially, is that he's like that defenseman that, I guess a Drew Doughty in LA that just logs a lot of minutes for you. It gets into the places where guys don't want to go. And you saw that even trying to get the game-winning basket, he went into an area where a lot of guys don't want to go into, right in the middle and right in big traffic. And, he's one of those guys that really the Toronto fans just fell in love with. So I think he's important because he's a bit of a key clog to the rest of those guys. If he signs, then everybody's going to be happy.
He's their Steve Nash.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, their leader on the
Their
court. It
leader,
should be
yeah.
interesting to see what happens. It sounds like he'll sign. Of course, his good friend DeMar DeRozan is all smiles, so that could only be a positive sign for Raptor fans. Well, speaking of positive signs, Greg, awesome to have you on as always.
Thanks, Moses.
And BJ, especially you, good luck to your 2014 season. Should be exciting for you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us on the OT version of Gloves. Please tune in every Tuesday night, 7:30 on CITL, plus tune in to our Facebook page for more of the extra content we couldn't get to on the show. In the meantime, we will see you in 7 days.